Hello, I am Carrie, and this is Beyond the Womb Tarot, where I channel messages that help you to continue to grow beyond the womb or expand your mind outside of your current comfort zone to enable you to become your highest self. Thank you so much for being here, liking, subscribing, watching these videos. Thank you so much for your comments, all the love you show me. I just wanted to get started with this video. It is very exciting. So tonight's the new moon, or I guess it was kind of in the middle of the day. I don't know, according to my app. Anyway, it's the new moon, and I wanted to get a message on what's going on, what kinds of energies are happening, what should we be aware of. And I went ahead and pulled this spread, and I love that we see two moons. Well, I don't know, this could be the sun, but no, it is like an eclipse. So yeah, it's two moons. We already see those showing up here in this reading. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. This is very exciting. And looking at these cards, I got a message that is pretty complex and interesting, but it's very easy to simplify, make it applicable to our everyday life. Let's just start over here with this, with the King of Swords and the Nine of Wands. This King of Swords energy, he is on top of his throne. So King of Swords, he has been there. He's done that. He knows and he understands. Like, I want to call him the puzzle master. Like, if there is a puzzle, he could easily solve it. If there's a maze, he understands it, because not only does he understand, like, the game, the rules of the game, but he could make the daggum game. He could build the maze and trick some other people with it. Like, he's just that skilled with his mind. He understands, like he's up on game. If I was gonna put that in a slang way, he up on game. Like, he knows what's going on. He can see it. He can understand it. Like, there's no really fooling the King of Swords. The only thing is like, he might be challenged because there's like a situation that he hasn't exactly been through, but he can see all the different pieces and the things that are at play. So as I'm looking over here at this and I see the Nine of Wands, it's like this King of Swords, he's protected himself. He's built up like his boundaries, or he has his set of rules are like, all right, if I see these things in a situation, then I know it's going to be that. Like, it's kind of like we make shortcuts in our own lives to say, like, if you have rules or boundaries when it comes to dating, especially because I'm just thinking about dating because this is a thing that women do a lot. I'm not sure what men do, but this is what women do a lot. If say you're on a dating app like Bumble or something, and a guy in his profile has something about tacos, or if he has something about, oh, I really want a woman who works out a lot. Like, you understand what it is that they are looking for in those dating apps. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, just look it up online. Like, the guy's basically using code words for certain things, and you're like, all right, I know what it is that you're looking for. And because of that, and because this is not what I'm looking for, I can go ahead and swipe left. I think it's left. I can swipe left on you because I don't want that. Like, this King of Swords would understand. Like, he would easily be able to sort through the dating profile and understand what is for him and what is not for him, just based on his experiences and his own rules that he has created. Like, if I see this, then I won't be going that direction. I won't be going that way. I won't be dealing with those people because I already see where they are in their life. I see what types of games that they're going to play, and I'm choosing not to participate. I'm the King of Swords. Y'all can't get nothing by me. So moving forward in that energy, I see the Five of Wands and then the Eight of Cups. To me, this is literally like the King of Swords observing certain energies in different environments and choosing not to engage. Because I see like the energy of moving on and moving forward, literally you could just now have gotten like a new job, or like put into a new department. You could be in a new relationship. You could just be around some people that you don't normally hang around, and you can kind of see like what you can see what they own, what type of they own. Like, you can see and understand what it is that they choose to involve themselves in, and like even some of the like office politics, if it's like a job situation. You see those politics and you can be like, I'm choosing not to participate in this conversation. I'm not going to step over here into this mess. I see that they need somebody to come here and like clean up this certain situation, but I know that that would be too heavy for me to even work with. So I'm gonna skate right around that. I'm gonna like find an excuse. I'm going to set a boundary. I'm gonna like whatever it is that the King of Swords needs to do in order for him to not involve himself in that type of energy. That's what he's doing. Like I see this energy of moving on. We're talking about King of Swords like it's a man, but this again, this is tarot. We're talking energy. So we're talking somebody who is like excellent at this understanding and seeing the pieces on the board, like the chess pieces on the board, and knowing where to move them, how to keep his, is it the king or the queen that you need to keep safe? The queen. He knows how to keep his queen safe, and he ain't playing these games, like literally not playing the games, not really wanting to fall for it because he's too smart for that. He's been through it already. The only challenge again would be if the situation is slightly different. This might have to make up a new set of rules or how to like put the puzzle together first before taking the steps forward. But otherwise, King of Swords got this. So it's a new energy, like perhaps you're in a situation right now where things are new. You don't quite understand the office dynamics, but you do see some stuff that you want to avoid. And I kind of see that energy of avoiding that, or even moving on from somewhere that you were because of something that's kind of, you know, like, oh, this is going to disturb my peace. I'm going to go ahead and move away from this instead of being here in this situation. Like you could be feeling that right now. Or you could be noticing some things like that around you right now. It's just like, if we are in this King of Swords energy, we are very clear on the circumstances around us. And it's up to us whether to choose or not, to choose to participate or not. But I really get the feeling of energy moving on. So perhaps you've chosen not to participate in some things and you're like peeping the scene, really seeing like in your new situation, what's going on, like who should I be friends with, who should I involve myself with, who I want to sit with at the lunch table. If it's a relationship, like you when you set the boundaries early, it's very easy for you to like whoever it is that you're in the relationship with to understand where you're coming from. Like, oh, I'm not gonna be putting up with this in the relationship. No cheating, okay? No talking to me any kind of way. It's literally that like that energy of moving on from things that do not work for you. It could be setting a boundary. It could be physically leaving. It could be choosing not to participate with that certain aspect of the thing. It's whatever it is that you're feeling right now, but that's kind of where you are. Like, I'm not dealing with this. I see what's going on. I'm not gonna handle. I'm not dealing with that. And then over here we have the Moon and the Nine of Swords. So this is very interesting. It kind of reminds me of what is it called? Survivor's guilt. Just because you're in a situation or you're around people who are going through things, but you yourself are not going through it, you can still be picking up on the energy of like the chaos that people are going through around you. And I'm just really getting the feeling, especially if you're the King of Swords, if you are able to peep the scene and able to really understand what's going on, if you can understand the dynamics behind whatever situation it is, then you're going to have to, like, you're going to be sensitive to things like that, and it could affect you like subconsciously, because we've got the Moon here and the Nine of Swords. So the Moon is talking all about the subconscious, all about the things that we might not be consciously aware of. Even though you peep the scene, you might not understand how it like affects you emotionally. King of Swords is really mentally smart, but that doesn't mean that he's emotionally intelligent and he's understanding everything that's happening. Like within, like really going within. To me, this is the energy of looking outside of you. And like I can see this, I'm looking at the chess pieces on the board, but not necessarily paying attention to the vessel that is observing the chess pieces. And so I feel like there's an opportunity for us here to really pay attention to our thoughts and understand where they're coming from. If you just got into a new environment and before you got there, your mind was good, you were clear, you understood everything that you wanted to do, like you were very clear on your goals. And then you go to this new environment and these people doing all kinds of things. Oh my gosh, they're doing this, they're doing that. And oh my, they learn this and they learn that. You could easily get distracted from your goals by being around all of these other people. And so it could bring chaos in the mind. You could stay up all night wondering like, dang, they've been hit those goals that I just projected for this year. They hit them 2 years ago. Why am I behind? Like you can start getting all these thoughts and all this doubts in your mind from this new environment. Even a new set of friends. New set of friends might be in the movies, but you really love music. They gonna ask you about all these movies. Have you seen this? Have you seen that? And you're gonna feel like, oh man, I should have been watching these movies. Where have I been? Why am I not up on this? Again, it can give you like mental turmoil just from physically being around new people in a new situation. Which is what I get when I see the Three of Cups and the Seven of, is that seven? Yeah, Seven of Cups. Literally, like, in community, sometimes there can be confusion. But this King of Swords, he's very sharp, right? He picks up and observes a lot of things, but in observing these things, he can sometimes go through some confusion, because there's a lot of energy and a lot of information flying around there. What I feel the whole entire message is saying, as you go through this transition, really make sure you focus on yourself and on your own goals and what it is that you want to achieve. Focus on yourself and watch your thoughts too. Like, watch them and figure out where they're originating from, especially if they're coming from doubt and from like places that you haven't been in a while. As the King of Swords, like, you clear, you understand what you're doing. And if you start doubting yourself all of a sudden, and there's this other change that's happening in your life, really, 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 really question that. Okay, advice. How do we get through this energy of peeping the scene, but also picking up on some of other people's energies? This is the advice. We got the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands, Page of Wands, the Sun. Oh, wait. Let's cover up that baby. I love it. So as someone who is sensitive, picking up on a lot of energy, moving into a new environment, really understanding what things are going through and what things are going on and what people are going through, like really kind of getting fully enmeshed in this new environment, in this new relationship, this new friendship, and this new contract. And I just like picking up the pieces and better understanding things. As you do that, as you're observing all these things and picking up all this information and like getting inundated with, all right, here's the rules. This is what you need to do. You gotta do this, 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 this. As you're getting inundated with, like, if you're falling in love with somebody and you two are mirroring each other real bad, like you are all up in each other's faces. You start, having the same movements when you're talking. You start to eat the same food, crave the same things. I don't know what happens when you're in a relationship, but when you're becoming one with somebody, when you really get distracted into your friends because they're into this one thing, you're into this other thing, but you really want to get to know them better and like fit in better. So you're learning all that. As you're collecting all this knowledge and data, keep in the forefront of your mind who you are, what you like, and what you own, because that is all the Queen of Swords is about. She doesn't care about all this. Like, King of Swords sitting up there peeping the scene. He watching. He understands everything. Queen of Swords, she don't care what the scene is. She's like, we have a goal. We will achieve. No matter what anybody else says, I got this. I'm going to move forward with my mission. Like, if y'all get in my way, just don't. Because off with your head. So the Queen of Swords does not care about all the scenes that she's peeped. She's like number one focused on her goals. Same with the Queen of Wands. She's very dynamic, very beautiful, but she is in control of her energy. She decides on where she wants to direct that energy. This advice here is all about you making sure that you focus your energy in the direction that you want to go. There's all these distractions around with your friends and new job and new situations. But as long as you have your number one goal at heart, that is going to help you get through this energy and like succeed. This is the Sun card. This is the brightest card. When I put these cards up here, I just kind of felt like a streak of light going that way. There can be a lot of distractions around you right now, but as long as you're focusing on you and your plan, your A1 from day one, the thing that's been holding you down from the beginning, like if you have habits and things that you've been working on, but you're in this new environment and you're not sure, like, should I be doing it like this still? I was doing like this before. Should I do? Like, make sure you're doing your things and doing the stuff that you need to do to get your goals achieved. You got that new job because you wanted a promotion, because you wanted to move forward in your career. What else do you need to do to move forward in your career? Like, don't worry so much about what other people are saying and what you should and shouldn't be doing. Like, understand that you got that promotion for a reason, and the habits that got you there are gonna continue to push you forward in that career. Same thing with a relationship. You know, if you decided that or if you get into a new relationship, but you have your own sets of goals and desires and things that you want, that relationship should not and cannot dictate that. You are the one who is in control of your future. Just because you're with someone else does not mean that you have to completely change everything based on them. Again, friendships. You like music, they like movies. Make sure, even if you guys are watching movies together, talk about the soundtrack. You know what I'm saying? Talk about soundtracks from movies that you like help yourself to, I won't even say fit in more, but like you have an energy of your own to offer. Don't just sit there and receive energy, also give too, is what I'm seeing in this entire reading. It's like you're sitting back in the King of Swords observing, but you have stuff to give too. Don't forget about that part. I love how that feels backwards. Like the king usually gives and the queen is receiving, but I feel like it's opposite here in these swords, at least on this spread. Anyway, that is the reading. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and yes, focusing on your own stuff. Okay, I'll see you in the next one.